Christina was living about 10 miles away from here, and about 6 or 7 years ago we recognised that she had the very early stages of Alzheimer's, and then she was diagnosed with Alzheimer's formally about 5 years ago. She lived independently for a little while, but was needing more and more care, more and more support. And then about 15 or 16 months ago, just before we went into lockdown, her condition deteriorated to such an extent that I think, I realised that she wasn't able to live by herself anymore. And she came to stay with me for a couple of weeks respite. And 16 months on, she's still with me. And it's obvious now that she won't be able to go back home. You have to try and arrange your day around those things. I mean, I normally have fixed points in the day, knowing in advance that I need to be somewhere. So something like a meeting or a service is already in my diary. So it's just a matter of trying to prioritise those things and trying to juggle the care around that as well. And the most care seems to come at the beginning and the end of the day. So my mum will get out of bed by herself. Sometimes she'll dress and she'll wash. Some days she's a little bit more confused and just needs me to say, well, you need to put this on, or you don't wear that during the day, that's what you go to bed in. Obviously meet lots of families who've suffered with loved ones going through Alzheimer's, and one thing that people often say to me is that you lose them sometimes before they die, or you lose somebody slowly, and it's so true, because you see the person just slipping slowly away, almost becoming a different person, and that is difficult to be able to cope with, because the person becomes quite dependent on you. And that does take a lot of getting used to, because you say we expect roles to be the other way around. But I think it does, give you that sense of being able to look after somebody, of being a carer, making sure that somebody's well looked after, that their interests are being looked at. And I just think back over the last 16 months of lockdown, people have shown how they care in so many different ways within our communities, very often informally, but being good neighbours, making sure the family are well looked after. And I think it is, it is part of our society, and people do it without sometimes realising that they do it. To make sure that the carers are looked after, are being supported, to realise there is help out there, and that, it's important that we recognise that caring role, and we ask for the help when we need it.